Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Social Live. We have an exciting show for you today. We are back here in the SocialFly studio after our incredible cooking lesson with the Marley Spoon team last week.
That was awesome.
Can you still taste those
pork banh mi tacos? Yes, I've been dreaming about them.
You didn't make them at home? You didn't go home and make them?
No.
After you watched how wonderfully I cooked it?
I do want to order another meal kit because it seemed so easy to make.
It was simple and easy and fun and flexible. And Judy
delicious.
Pacone was the winner of our giveaway last week. So congrats to Judy, who won her very own Marley Spoon meal kit. And we're giving away some more stuff today.
We are. If you start sharing this episode, our special guest, Garrett Swann, has brought with him a code that will give you $100 to toexist.com. And he's going to tell us more about that when he is on the show after we get to the social media news.
We have a lot of breaking social media news this morning, but I do want to share something that is trending all over social media today. It is National Pet Day. On Instagram, on Facebook, and Twitter, there are pictures of pets. It's a feeding frenzy on Instagram this morning.
Hopefully not a feeding frenzy.
Of pets. Of pets. Well, Beluga he took over my Instagram account this morning and posted a photo.
He's crazy.
Wishing everyone a happy National Pet Day. So hope you guys are all loving your cute little pets today.
Yeah, I guess I should give Bella a shout out.
That's your dog back at home?
Yeah, she's all right.
What type of dog is that?
A Lassapoo.
That's not a nice way to talk about your dog.
Well, now that we have so many office dogs here, I feel like an affinity to them. Like, I love them.
You love Beluga?
And
Do you love Beluga?
I love Beluga. I really love Kona, our office dog.
All right, well, let's get to our breaking social media news. Instagram is about to roll out a big update that I am excited about called name tags. It's going to be a feature that's actually similar to our friends over at Snapchat. Go figure, they knocked off another Snapchat feature.
Classic.
But I'm loving this one. So essentially, name tags are going to let you create a special image that people can scan on their Instagram stories to allow people to be able to follow others easily. So I think this is going to be a great update, especially for brands. So brands who are watching, you're going to want to put your Instagram name cards all over your products is what I would recommend to do.
Totally. I think this is a really interesting update. I mean, again, it is copying Snapchat's QR code, but it definitely is a good way to like promote your business, promote your social media handle. They're testing it with a small group of users right now, but they have confirmed to TechCrunch that this is going to be rolling out to everyone.
Well, I am definitely excited for this update. We will let you know as soon as this is live for everyone.
So, speaking of Snapchat, we have another update from them after an overwhelming amount of backlash after Snapchat launched its redesigned platform. They're actually reverting back to a chronological feed for stories. So now, instead of having them like by who you're looking at most, it's going to back to reverse chronological. There's going to be a tab that shows stories and chat. And I think this is really cool that Snapchat listened to everybody. I think it was like over 1 million people signed a petition to go back to this chronological feed, and they have listened to their users.
I am loving this update for two reasons. One, because they listen to their users, and I think that's very important in business. If you're getting feedback, you should listen to it and see if it makes sense to implement again. And two, I was not loving the new design of Snapchat. I barely used Snapchat after the new design launch. It was very hard for me to navigate, and I'm only 33 years old.
It confused me too. I really don't use Snapchat very much as is, but I did notice when I logged onto the app for like the first time in a week, over the weekend, that it was back to the reverse chronological, and my feed was broken into chat and stories. And I like that a lot more.
So I think the consensus is people are happy about this new update coming back to Snapchat.
Definitely.
And then in other trending news, we've been talking about HQ since I think it was the end of last year when HQ first
that was your prediction.
launched.
That was the app that was going to take off in 2018.
That was my prediction. So my crystal ball was right, as it typically is. HQ has been taking over for the past few months here in the U.S., and it has moved now over to the U.K. There's actually a game today with The Rock. They're hosting a $300,000 giveaway.
That's insane.
Today
I
on
might
HQ.
download the app to play.
And that wasn't even my biggest update. My Oh yes, we should be giving out our code. We need to be giving out our code to get some free lives. But the big update is that HQ is now going to be launching a new feature called Friends of HQ. This rolled out to users in the UK yesterday, and what it's going to allow you to do is see your other friends and family members who are playing. You're going to be able to track what their scores are. I think this is going to add more of a competition element, because now you're not just competing against the 1 to 2 million people that are playing.
Exactly.
You're competing against your closest friends, so it it really builds that closer community and connection to make you want to keep playing and win.
I think this is really, really cool. I am like one of the only people I know that does not play HQ, but this update, when I was reading about it yesterday, I'm more inclined to download it now and start playing.
Wait, you haven't downloaded it yet?
No.
So you promise you use my referral code?
Yeah, I'll use your
code.
code.
You promise? Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kim.
Kim's freaking out behind the scenes here.
No, but you always see people like at like bars, in the office, anything. You'll see people like gathering around one person's phone to play the game and like share, like, oh, I know that answer, I know that answer. So I think it's really cool that they're bringing this on social too. But I hope that doesn't mean that people aren't going to keep like coming together to play in person.
I think people will still play in person. I wish I gave Kim this photo to pull up. A few weeks ago, Courtney and I were at an event at a friend's apartment, and about 5 or 6 of us went into the corner when HQ was live, and obviously I directed everyone over there. Like, we have to play HQ right now. There's a bunch of us. Like, we'll definitely win if there's 6 minds here, but we didn't
feel
win.
like whenever people get to like the 4th or 5th question, that's when it gets really hard. The first 3 are easy. Like, easy.
I will say the past 2 nights, I got to question 7 and question 6. Which for me, that's a big accomplishment.
Congrats.
I think the questions were a little bit easier the past 2 nights.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to, get people to play a little bit longer and stay on longer. That's my theory. But speaking of HQ, I have to give a special plug to Scott Rogowski, who's going to be the host of M Squared, the nonprofit event we're having to raise money for the Tisch MS Research Center on May 16th. And we will definitely be sharing the link with everyone if you want to come rock out with us for a good cause on Wednesday, May 16th. And we need to invite Scott onto the show. Hopefully he can make it here that week to talk about M Squared. All right, so now we have a very special guest who was actually introduced to me by my friend Marnie, who we produce M Squared together. I would love to welcome to the show Garrett Swann.
Yay! Oh, I'm tripping.
Oh, don't trip on your mic.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
We're so excited to have you here
Well,
today.
thanks for having me.
Yes, you're always a bright light of energy, and I'm so excited for everyone to learn more about how you became the Silver Fox on Instagram, because you were in a BuzzFeed article. I'm going to read the name of the article. 15 stunning silver foxes that will awaken your inner thirst. Yes, this was the title of the article on BuzzFeed.
They have the best titles.
And Garrett was listed at #1. We bring all the best influencers to SocialLIVE, and here he is.
Well, that whole thing kind of blew up in my face in a sense. And suddenly, like after that, I got like thousands and thousands and like 10,000 followers. Like
that's amazing.
Like literally within like 3 days.
That's amazing, because I was in a BuzzFeed article and I got 10 followers.
Well, you don't have your shirt off half of the time, so. Well, like that. I'm tomorrow's my 49th birthday.
Happy birthday!
Yeah,
Happy
so
birthday.
the idea is that I want to be fit. I don't want to be an old person when I'm on the verge. I'm like half of my life is over at this point.
No,
if I can live to 100 and 150,
you will.
but whatever.
You will.
There's new technology these days.
Yeah, I know. Well, by the time I get to 75, like I'll be look like I'm 50.
Yeah.
But I like this idea of feeling fit, feeling good in my own body, comfortable in my own skin and stuff. So if I can project that as a positive image into the world, and inspire those to, that influencing is about that. It's not just like, look at me, I'm a model, or I'm this, like I have attitude. Like I that's not what I want to do.
You have a purpose behind.
I have a purpose behind really what I want to bring out a message. Like I've lived so many amazing experiences in life. So how can I make those your experiences? How can I share what I've learned throughout the past and make and when people and I get messages all the time. They're like, thank you for the inspiration because I want to get back to the gym and so on and so forth. Or So if I can project that positive image, at 49, and there's not a lot, there's only a few of us this in my age range who are really doing this. So, but.
Have you had a meetup of all of the similar guys on Instagram?
Well, I know Eric Rutherford, and I know Nick Wooster, and I know all those guys, and they're all super terrific, and and I always think that they project a really positive image out there as well, and they're always on the list as well. So.
And I think that's what makes you so authentic. You truly are yourself on Instagram, and that's what makes people want to follow you and be part of your story.
Yeah.
I'm a dork.
I love it. I am too, so don't worry. You're talking to the right girl.
So you've actually recently rebranded from the Silverfox to the Sterling Compass. Can you tell everybody what that means, what inspired this change?
So, I was in British Virgin Islands, and my the model that I've become the best friends with, Dara Tomanovic, she goes, we need to rebrand you. And I go, yeah, because I was kind of getting to a point where I was posting stuff I wasn't liking. Yeah. I was kind of getting irritated. I was like, what is this about? What does this mean? And I wanted to have a better purpose to it. And so we kind of came up, and I wanted to evolve from being the Silverfox guy image into something that, again, based on my experience, based on my age, and my experiences in life, that I can bring a certain wisdom that... because suddenly things are starting to click in life, and it's just by having the experiences that I have. So we kind of came up with this caption: "The Sterling Compass is giving direction." Is that really that my journey becomes yours? That whether we go north, south, east, or west, each of those have a meaning, or somewhere in between. That I can circumvent the globe, and I can show you these experiences, that you can do them too. So, and I'm going to guide you down the right direction, not the wrong direction. That I'm going to give you a better outtake, and I'm going to talk about real stuff. I don't want to, yesterday I talked about comparing ourselves to others, because sometimes I even get in that mindset. It's like I compare myself to all these people on Instagram, and then suddenly I feel like a complete insane person, and I start getting angry. I'm like, why are they on a jet? Why am I not on a jet? Why am I not in Bali right now? You know what I'm saying?
So what do you do to calm yourself down and give yourself the perspective that it's not about that?
Well, I think it's the tricks of the trade, or the tools that you have in life, that you got to step back, put it down, and go, this is who I am today. It's really, there's three things. It's acknowledging your issues, accepting your issues, and letting them go. And suddenly I've have this new this clarity of how I'm living my life on a daily basis. And so how can I formulate that into a story, into my story? And so I can tell you my story and how I'm doing it. So.
Do you find that other people are also sharing their stories with you as you've become more vulnerable and put everything out there?
Well, yes, and that's the whole point. I want to engage. That's the way I can engage and have conversations. Is that and I get messages all the time. And my apologies to everyone if I don't answer all the there's you get a lot of questions and you get a lot of stuff that you don't want to see.
There's only so many hours in a day.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, and plus I'm doing so many other things. So but. I like, what I try to do is ask a question so I can engage them in my comments, and then I'll respond throughout those comments. So if you want to engage with me and ask me questions like how do you do that? How do you, people ask me about diet. They're like, how do you eat? Well, I went to a naturopathist in San Diego. I've been going to this woman for 18 years.
What is that?
It's called Mission Bay Medicine. It's in and I've been going to this woman, and I get a blood test, and we look at all my blood results, and it's all based around my lifestyle. What I eat, how I exercise, my stress levels, the things that I'm doing, the traveling. It's so funny. My toxin levels in New York City are less than they were in Santa Barbara, California.
What?
I'm like, how is that possible?
How is that possible?
So I'm doing something internally. So it's really about taking care of your internal life first. Not that I'm a guru by any means, but it's really I've learned over time that take care of the inside, not just it's mental, it's emotional, it's physical. Get your physical health and all those things, because they all balance out. And listen, I'm a human being. I'll throw a fit at something, I'll get pissed off at something, but it's probably my selfish behavior not liking something, and I'll be like, and I'll turn into a complete nightmare. So I think it's just really learning and really kind of stepping back and having perspective and looking at yourself. It's like looking at yourself in the mirror and seeing really what you are, and finding that truth inside. So how can we and how can I project that on a social media platform? Because I want to evolve in doing more video content, which is like the second phase.
Well, here we are. You have your first
yes,
video. You can share it everywhere. So in addition to being an influencer,
I'm fly, I'm social.
You are. We'll take lots of pictures after too. Is
that our new tagline?
I'm fly.
Oh wait, it's National Dog Day, so you can take Pet Day. Yeah. You can take a picture of me and then post me as your pet.
I don't think so. So in addition to being an influencer, you're also truly an entrepreneur. Can you tell us a little bit about your business and the business you've started?
So I'm CEO of a software called PAL, Production Assistant Liaison. We're in development phases right now. It's basically this. It's a call sheet, communication, and community in one spot. We'll hopefully launch at this point this year because I wanted to solve a problem in the industry is that when we're in production that we have a place that we can all communicate. And so we're launching that later this year. I also did and I'm really interested in doing more collaborations with brands, so I collaborated to Exist with Mr. Turk, and they're doing a underwear and loungewear collaboration that's launching in holiday this year.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I went up to Jonathan Scoe and I said, have you thought about doing underwear? Because I'm a total like underwear freak. Yeah. Well, the reason is like a lot of people say, well, you're always posting yourself in underwear. And I go, the whole idea about being in underwear is like being like a kid. It's like, when you're a kid, you ran around naked, you ran around free. It's like, it's kind of like, and really kind of being comfortable in your own skin. So it's all about freedom. It's all about being true to yourself, And so I said this to Jonathan, and I talked to my friend Tom at To Exist, and I got them together, and it was a happy marriage.
I love that. You just have an idea and you make it happen.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of this in the stream of social media, like what Louis Vuitton did with Supreme, and like there's all these collaborations because what it does is it ties our communities together. And and I always love brands that are very like socially aware, or have a message behind them that it's not just another clothing brand like I went to visit Parajumpers recently, and it's all based on the 210th Squad Division. It's basically rescue missions, and so the design was based on these coats. Were based after Parajumpers. And so they have a lot of the toggles, a lot of the cool thing, but I love those like kind of brand and those philosophies and stuff like that. It's very interesting to me.
And we're giving away a gift card to
yes,
one lucky person for $100 who shares this episode, so you should start sharing now. Definitely start sharing.
Yes, share it.
Who is your favorite person to follow on social media?
I thought about this. One person I love, not that I'm a monster, but I love Lady Gaga. I love a lot of what she really puts out there. Yeah. I think,
It's the 10th anniversary of the first song, Just Dance.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and she's just, I think she sets a really good precedence for people and human beings. And the one account that I do follow all the time is my best friend Joanna, because she... one of my best friends, her daughter Annabelle, who's my niece, so I'm obsessed with her, and Marnie's kid, and Marnie too, with Lennon. Lennon's like amazing. Like this kid, and I'm trying to get. Actually, what I'm trying to do is get them together because I think Annabelle and Lennon should get together because I think they'd be a great couple. I'm already being a matchmaker. They're like 1 and 2.
Lennon is 2.
I'm already I'm like, Marnie, why don't you go down and visit Joanna in Florida?
That's so funny.
But it's pretty funny. But yeah, those are I love I love little kids. I love their freedom, and to me that innocence is like it's infectious.
There's nothing like watching a little kid learn.
Yes, it's so great.
Oh, that's sweet. So we kind of touched on this, but what brands, since fashion is such a big part of your content, what brands do you wear? Who are you, what brands are you following?
Like today I'm wearing, this is LBM 1911. It's an Italian blazer. It's Luigi Bianchi Montava. I think that's, I'm saying that correct. They're an Italian brand, and they, I love their suiting. It's it's old school. They started in 1911. Mm-hmm. It was a tailor in Italy, and I love this. And then I like to mix it up. Like I'm wearing funny shoes, as you can see. These are Mr. Turk. Mr. Turk and CV collaboration. So, you know, I'm trying to bring a little spring back into with this, even though it's freezing today, and I'm over this cold. So, like, I wear like Scotch and soda. Like, I wear brands that really fit my body. Mr. Turk has a great brand that I wear a lot of times because a lot of their clothes fit me well. It's really, and I like to be fitted. I don't like to wear baggy clothes.
Yeah.
I'm not like a yo-yo-yo. Like, I need to wear like baggy like trousers and all that kind of stuff. I'm more of a gentleman. I like to play it up. I like to dress with a sense of humor a little bit. So, and those brands seem to, you know, they seem to have like clothes that fit me really well.
Do you get everything tailored? Like custom?
No, but I mean, generally I'll find stuff. European cuts are a lot more tailored than American cuts. It's funny, as a model, like I go out on castings for American brands, and their stuff is like, it doesn't fit me. It's like, it's super boxy. Like where European brands are much more tailored for a little broader shoulders, a thinner waist, you know. Everyone's like, oh, why are you so skinny? It's like, no, I just take care of myself. I'm just European. Well, I'm half German, half English, so yes, technically I'm European.
What is your like dream brand to work with? Your dream collaboration?
Gucci.
All right, Gucci. He's right here.
Well, no, because I think I love their style. I think it's super playful. There's a classic look to it, but it's just super outrageous I've always been a fan of Gucci, and like ever since I was young. And I remember when I could only afford a pair of Gucci underwear. I think I still have them, and they have like little G, and I like it because it has the G for Garrett.
Yeah.
So do you remember that show Laverne and Shirley from? I mean, it wasn't back in the 70s.
She wasn't born.
Oh, you weren't born yet.
I was
but there was a show called Laverne and Shirley, and then Laverne always had this big L on her blouse or everything she wore. Like, if I could have a G on everything,
it's
branding. Like, I love the idea of that. I always thought that was really funny. So I figured, like, I wish I had G's all over everything.
All right, well, we got to reach out to Gucci for you. So speaking of branding, where can everyone follow you?
My Instagram handle is @theGarrettSwann with 2 R's, 2 T's, and 2 N's.
And we'll be putting up his handle below and a link so you guys can all go follow him and get inspired every single day. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you guys. It was great. It was
super
super
so
fun.
much fun. And don't forget to share today's episode for your chance to win a $100 gift card to
toexist.com.
All right, everyone have a great week, and we will see you next week. Bye, everyone.
Ciao, ciao. Peace.